Math Challenge 2018 Orientation for Schools. Math Challenge is a national inter-school competition in which students in classes 7, 8, 9 and 10 will have the opportunity to demonstrate their intellectual, analytical and problem-solving skills using math. Our objectives are threefold. We want to strengthen the math reasoning and analytical capabilities of Pakistan's next generation of problem solvers. We also want to foster a love of mathematics and identify and celebrate math talent through the competition. The competition is jointly organized by Dawn and EdEqual. Dawn is Pakistan's leading English newspaper, and Dawn in Education has successfully organized the annual Spelling Bee for the past 13 years. EdEqual is a pioneer in implementing technology-enabled learning in math and science in Pakistan's schools. EdEqual's online learning system is used by schools to train teachers and to improve student performance in math. The competition is open to schools in Karachi, Lahore and Islamabad. Schools in other cities can also participate, but they must be willing to compete in one of these three cities. Students cannot participate independently. They must do so through their school. The competition is open to students in classes 7, 8, 9 and 10 only. They will be divided into two groups, Group 1 for classes 7 and 8 and Group 2 for classes 9 and 10. Schools can choose to compete in any one of these groups or in both. The competition for each group will be conducted separately. There is a minimum student participation requirement in round 1, which is the school round of the competition. At least 25 students from each class, equal to 50 students per group, must compete. This is a minimum requirement. More students can certainly compete if they wish to do so. Dates. There are 4 rounds in the competition. The first round, which is the school round, will be conducted within each school's own computer lab. The setup period for the school round is 15th to 21st of January 2018. The test or the quiz itself will take place between the 22nd and the 31st of January 2018. These dates will be consistent across all 3 cities. Round 2, the preliminary round, will be conducted at an outside venue in each city. The first preliminary round will happen in Lahore between the 14th and 16th of February 2018. In Islamabad between the 20th and 22nd of February, and then in Karachi between the 27th of February and the 4th of March. Round 3 is the regional round. This too will be conducted at an outside venue within each city. The first regional round will be held in Lahore on the 17th of February. The next one in Islamabad on the 23rd of February, and then the final regional round in Karachi will be on the 5th of March 2018. Round 4, the final round, will be held in Karachi. All participating teams in the final will travel to Karachi and will participate in this round on the 6th of March 2018. The competition will be conducted as follows. The first round will be a 1-hour computer-based quiz. The top 2/3 of schools by aggregate score in the schools round will progress to the preliminary round. The preliminary round will be a 1-hour pool-based competition. The top 10% of school teams by aggregate score will proceed to the regional round. Like the preliminary round, the regionals will also be 1-hour pool-based competitions, and the top 12 school teams by aggregate score will progress to the finals. The final is a 2-hour competition held in Karachi. Math Challenge will be conducted in an engaging game show format. 2 examples of the types of game shows that we may include are Minute to Win It and Jeopardy! There will be winners in each group. In Group 1, which is for classes 7 and 8, the first round, or the school round, will have 2 school winners. 1 student per class will be identified as the winner based on them having the highest score against all the other members of their class. Round 2, the preliminary round, will not have any winners as such. This is a qualifying round. The teams that proceed to round 3, in the regional round, one of those teams will be the regional winner per city, and one of the teams will be the regional runner-up. The final round, round 4, there will be 1 national champion school and 1 national runner-up school. The same winners will also apply to Group 2 for classes 9 and 10. In round 1, winners and participants will each receive certificates showing their scores. In round 3, winners and runner-ups will receive certificates as well as commemorative plaques recognizing their achievement. And in the final round, winners and runner-ups will get certificates, plaques as well as individual prizes. The cost to participate includes a school registration fee of 3,300 rupees. In addition to that, there is a student participation fee of 300 rupees per student. With the minimum requirements for participation of 25 students per class or 50 students per group, we can calculate the cost for a school that wishes to participate in Group 1 only with the minimum students required, which is 25 from each class. For this school, the registration fee will include 3,300 rupees for the school's registration and a student participation fee of 300 rupees times 50 students, which is equal to 15,000 rupees. These two will be added for a total of 18,300 rupees. That is what the school must pay to register for Group 1 with 50 students. Students gain from participating by experiencing a flagship high-tech and high-energy nationwide math competition and the opportunity to represent their school in competing for the regional and national math championships. But beyond this, students also get direct access through a unique username and password to Math Challenge the school round. This will be administered by the school. The score that each student receives will result in them also receiving a completion certificate with the score achieved in the school round. Finally, each student will also receive a coupon worth almost 300 rupees that can be redeemed for EdEqual's online assessments, which are used to test their math competency level by topic. Schools are responsible for informing students and parents in classes 7, 8, 9 and 10 about the competition. Posters can be placed in the school and letters can be sent to parents. These have been provided or will be sent to schools on request. Ensuring student sign-ups is the next task. There is a minimum requirement of 25 students per class for each competing group. Schools must then collect the student participation fees, and once they have done so, they can register for Math Challenge online at www.mathchallenge.pk/registration. Once they have completed their registration details online, they will receive an email which they should print out and send along with full payment to Math Challenge. The deadline for registration is 31st October 2017. Once schools have successfully registered, including sending the payment, they will next need to set up their computer lab for round 1. This will take place between the 15th and 21st of January, and they will be provided detailed instructions from Math Challenge on how to do that, and then how to conduct round 1 within the lab between the 22nd and the 31st of January. Schools that qualify for subsequent rounds must attend those rounds of the competition according to their qualifications. Within the school, there are 3 key roles to participate in Math Challenge. The first role is that of the principal. The principal must, of course, decide their participation in Math Challenge, and once they have decided to do so, they must inform students and parents and promote their participation in the competition. The focal point for Math Challenge is a coordinator within the school. That coordinator will be responsible for registration, conducting of the first round within the school, selecting the school team, and then ensuring that the team participates in subsequent rounds. A computer technician will also be needed, someone who can prepare the computers in the computer lab to conduct round 1. How does a school register? Once again, the school must complete an online registration form that's available from the mathchallenge.pk website. When completing that registration, schools must identify which groups they will compete in. This can be Group 1, Group 2, or both. They must also identify how many students will participate in each group, with a minimum requirement of 50 students per group. Schools then must collect the participation fee of 300 rupees from each student. They must prepare a bank check for the total fee calculated in their completed registration form. They will then print out the registration form and send it with the bank check to Dawn. Once they've done that, schools will receive their confirmation of registration via email. Further instructions on participation in round 1 and beyond will be shared with registered schools primarily via the competition's website and also via email. Students may need to prepare for Math Challenge as well. To help schools identify how to prepare students, we have provided a table showing the topics that will be covered for each class that participates in the competition. The first column shows the list of topics that a student in class 7 should expect the questions to relate to. In class 8, a student should be able to expect questions from any of the topics that are covered for class 7, plus some additional topics. These additional topics are shown under the class 8 column. Similarly, for group 2, class 9's topics are shown in the column under class 9, but class 9 students must also be able to understand and answer questions from topics that are covered in earlier classes 7 and 8. And finally, for class 10, the topic list includes all the topics on this table. The approach that Math Challenge will take is that questions will be of varying difficulty levels. So within one topic, the difficulty level for a question can be easy, medium, or hard. Over the course of the 4 rounds of the competition, the balance of questions will move between easy and medium to then medium and hard to hard. So the levels of difficulty will increase with each round. The emphasis throughout the competition will be more on question interpretation and analysis and less on complicated calculations. Practice questions will be posted on the competition website and will be available for schools to access and to use to help prepare their students. For further information on Math Challenge, the principal source is the Math Challenge website. That's www.mathchallenge.pk. We also have a Facebook page, which is Math Challenge PK, and if your questions are not addressed by the information that you find on either of these sources, you can always email us at info@mathchallenge.pk. If your queries are specific to a particular city You must then write to info KHI for Karachi at mathchallenge.pk. That's if your query is related to Karachi specifically, info LHR for Lahore, and info ISB for Islamabad.